Like, all right, Rhode Island, not too bad. I heard it's pretty chill. And I get to play with fire and sink ships. Like, dude.
When?
I'm in. Sign me up. When do I go? So you go there and you're an instructor. Right? You put on like this little jumpsuit, like a Michael Myers onesie, as I call it, but it's red. I'm like, yo, this is dope. Like, let's go.
It's like a kid. Dude. I always like to play with fires.
Yes. And most of the guys and girls that were there, like, kind of thought like you. You were kind of, I wouldn't say like ADHD, but you were like hype. Like you were like, yo, I kind of like this stuff. Like, this is cool. You didn't really have those Eeyore type of people.
I mean,
could suck you.
How can you be like that when there's fires around?
Bro, it was amazing. So you have this building, just like, you look at it from the outside, right? You don't know what's inside of here yet.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know that you have this cool studio here from the outside.
Exactly.
I drove by, I was like,
no, not there.
I'm like, you say this is the address. I'm pretty good at finding addresses. Like, I'm like, yo, I'm here. So it was like that. So you see this building, then you go inside. And it's a fake looking ship, like each compartment. There's like 9 different compartments that look like an actual ship.
Jesus.
But the cool thing is that you ain't sleeping there. Like, you get to go home to your own place after. So how can you beat it?
Exactly.
So you go there and you light this thing on fire. You teach all these. It was an officer training command. So it was an officer boot camp per se. So you're teaching all these guys and girls how to put out fires on ships. That's one side. Then the other side, which they had, the candidates had to go through both. But you either did the fire training or you went to, we call it the buttercup or wet trainer, right? So it was an actual ship, a mock ship that would sink in a pool. So it could get like 6-7 feet deep in one of the areas. You had to try and stop the water, which we never really let them. It was like a setup to fail kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because you had to see it. Because sometimes it's just not going to work. So you had to be like, okay, worst case scenario, you failed. You need to get out.
And this is what's going to happen.
So it was amazing. I'll have to show you some videos later. Maybe you can set a link or something. But it was so fascinating that I was like, yo, I'm in charge of this. Like, I get to, work with all these other girls and guys who share this passion to teach people how to save themselves in the worst situation possible.
In a boat. Or a ship,
like, and you would think like, okay, this stuff ain't really gonna happen, but then you hear stuff, you're like, oh,
nothing happens until it happens.
Exactly. Like, ain't nobody ever gonna do this. We're not gonna have security checking at the airport. 9/11. You're like, everybody, take your shoes off, take your belts off, nothing. So we did that, and